What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Rad Dad Channel video, or welcome if it's your first time. Either way, very glad to have you. This is very exciting. For those of you who have been a follower or a watcher for a while of the Rad Dad Channel, know that I have tried to install a lithium, not this one, a Noco brand lithium battery in my M8 Softail, my Loader S, about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago now. Probably 2 years ago now, and that went horribly. I'll put a link to the video here, but this should be a successful install. Let's roll the intro and we'll get into it.
Riding down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a YouTube channel, it's the Riding Down a
All right, so this is a 2013 Harley-Davidson Sportster XL883 Super Low, and this anti-gravity battery is ATX-12-HD. If you go to like Revzilla, Dennis Kirk, stuff like that, I specifically got this one off Revzilla, but if you put your specific bike in, this says it's an exact fit, so it should be the exact same size, and we shouldn't have to use any difference or whatever. We'll talk about some extra, or extra benefits of it. This is the HD version. Had a little bit better cranking amps and stuff. This has 480 cold cranking amps. We'll compare that to the stock battery, which I'm sure is not 100 or not 480 when we take it out of the bike. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what cold cranking amps are, it's basically the higher the number, the better the battery has an option, or the better power the battery has to start the bike. So these come with 4 different terminals and tabs that, close off each terminal. And there's a little bag with a bunch of different hardware. You can mount it a couple different ways on the terminal, in each side. So you can put it in various different configurations. The weight is super light. I mean, when was the last time you did that with a normal battery? We'll compare the weight when we get the other one out. And so here's the one I want to address the most. You guys know I like Noco. I have a Noco battery starter lead on this bike. I've used it before. I really like the Noco brand. When I was shopping the Noco brand, their batteries are about $80-ish cheaper than this anti-gravity battery. The main reason I decided to go with a anti-gravity battery was for the restart technology. So for those of you who don't know, there's this little button that says restart. Basically, when this battery gets to a certain power level, it will shut itself off and it will act as if it is a dead battery. At that point, all you have to do is access the battery. If you have a setup where the battery is really hard to get to, they have like remote, pieces that you can install that anti-gravity sells, but we don't have to worry about it on the Sportster because it's super easily accessible. But basically, it's dead. Come to the bike. Oh no, it's dead. I left something on or whatever, You come here, you hit the restart button. There's a little button on top of the battery, and then it restarts the battery basically. So when it shuts itself off, it knows that it has at least enough power to start it pretty much just one time. It's kind of, like a last resort. So it doesn't jumpstart itself. It shuts itself off before it gets to that completely depleted level, and clicking that enables it to be turned back on, so there's no extra drain or whatever on it. And then there you go. Lithium batteries do require a specific charger. I like the Noco brand chargers and stuff, but just for ease of use, and the Noco brands have a red and black wire. The battery tender style have a just solid black. So we're going to be taking the Noco off with the old battery and putting a battery tender back on this one. So the restart technology is really cool. And the main reason I went with that for the Sportster, that's obviously a really cool technology to have. But the main thing that's keeping me from doing the Noco and wanting the restart on the Sportster is that I already have very small luggage areas in the Sportster, and carrying around that battery pack from Noco took up, a quarter of the bag. I could do it, but it's just nice not having that. I actually put that now in another one of our vehicles because that specific one I had can start up to a 6-cylinder car. So I kind of repurposed this, but there you go. So this is going to should be a relatively simple install. We're going to install the typical Harley battery lead. This works completely with your stock batteries. I'll put the link to this specific battery in case you have the same, bike. But it's really lightweight. You can charge it just like you would on a battery tender, a normal bike. If you have one of the newer bikes that have the battery tender lead hardwired into your cables, not directly to the battery like this older Sportster did, you can still use the exact same method to recharge it. You just need to purchase a charger compatible with lithium batteries. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'll show at the end of it, just in case there is an actual noticeable difference. I will also show the difference between startups with the old battery and the new battery. So here we go. All right, so on this Sportster, the battery cover is on the left side, super easy to access. Just disengage it from the two clips up top. You could just let it hang, especially if you were just doing like a jump start or whatever. For us, we're going to go ahead and take it completely off just to make sure we don't damage it and kind of get it out of the way. This is the Noco battery lead. You can see it has the black wire or the red wire, in addition, and that is something that I do not want to deal with anymore. So we're going to kind of move some of this stuff out of the way here. All right, to access this battery, there is a bolt under there. It's going to allow you to get to it. And this piece just disengages from like the little plastic rubberish piece out there. And this should just slide out now. Yep. At this point, we're going to disconnect the negative and then the positive terminals. All right, now that I have the old battery out, I'm looking at it, and the gold cranking amps are 225. That is a gigantic difference. So between these two batteries, you have 225 cranking amps or 480. That is a very big difference. As you can see, the size is almost identical. The width is pretty much identical. This is just barely shorter. And the weight is a huge weight savings. I mean, like I said, again, this is maybe the weight of 3 to 4 phones, if that. Very, very, very lightweight. Now we're just going to basically figure out which hardware we want. We're going to mimic the exact same way to install it. You're going to see me install the battery tender style cable in the same area that the Noco was. Bolt everything back together, positive first, then negative, put it back in there, and should be good to go. All right, so of course, per the usual, you'll see it. And of course, we have yet another problem. Essentially, my external mic setup just decided to stop working. So here is a very fast motion kind of remake of what I am telling you. Basically, I had to cut some washers. I'll put some pictures up. I had to cut some washers and kind of custom make this setup using copper washers and stainless hardware to fit, because the way the wires fit on the Sportster was getting in the way, or the plastic battery case was getting in the way of mounting the wires properly on the terminals for the battery, because the terminals were kind of inset from where the plastic frame housing for the battery is. So there you go. All right, so the battery is installed. I've already made sure everything works. I have not turned it on yet, so it'll be a surprise to me as well, how far or how fast this starts up. So I don't know. I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous. Not to start it up, but I'm just nervous for the longevity, like just in case I pinched anything or whatever. So I'm going to double check after I take this video. I'm going to pop the seat again and look inside, just make sure I didn't crush anything or whatever. But here we go. So let's turn it on. We get power. That's a good sign. All right, now let's start it up. See how fast it is. Oh my God! That was so fast. This bike has never started that fast. I've never heard a Harley start that fast. I am very, very happy with this bike, or this battery. In addition to, the cold cranking amps, something I forgot to mention before about lithium batteries. The parasitic drain is super low on them. They don't drain, they don't discharge by themselves as quickly as regular batteries. So the instructions, I think it said something like every 2.5 to 3 months, whatever, if you don't ride it at all. Just put it on a trickle charger basically, but other than that, pretty much just leave it alone. So I do have a trickle charger. I will charge it every once in a while, but these batteries, they don't discharge like the regular lead acid or AGM. That was a little bit of a tongue twister. So yeah, super excited about this, especially this battery that has the restart technology that I don't need to carry a jump start package around with, or battery pack around with me anymore. I'm very happy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful for you guys to either install your own, or I don't know, at least it was entertaining. I appreciate every one of you guys for watching. Thank you. Click the subscribe button, click the thumbs up on this video, subscribe to the channel, all that. If you want to check out any of the stuff in my description, please go for it. Build series videos, installs, rides, whatever, reviews, product lists, discount codes for Tucker Speed. You know the drill. Instagram is the easiest way to hit me up if you want to have an actual conversation. Comment on this video. Again, like it, please. And until the next time, I will see you then. Ride safe. Have fun. Dad